3 days ago, October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my third time posting this because TikTok keeps silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes. So if I get one more strike, you guys, I'm just letting you know right now my account is going to be banned. So on October 12th, 2025, the DoorDash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open, their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me. But yeah, I reported it to DoorDash, and DoorDash did ban the customer. And then 2 days later, DoorDash banned me.
More than 1/3 of the United States participates in some sort of gig work due to economical reasons. And I'm not gonna lie to you, if you really think about it, gig work is not safe. If you're doing things like TaskRabbit, going to somebody's house that's a random stranger, moving some sort of furniture or hanging up a TV, there's so many safety risks involved. We're talking about Uber, picking up a stranger and taking them to a location of their choice without any sort of safeguards. That just seems mad unsafe as well. And DoorDash is no different. In this situation, hey, let me say this. My voice sound kind of deep. A young woman participating in gig work like a lot of other Americans do takes some food to a customer's house like normal at nighttime. And what happened when she got there was totally disgusting. A man with his pants down to his ankles exposing himself, getting off on this sort of sick and perverted fantasy. The story is sick and disgusting, and I'm glad that she went through what she believed to be the proper channels. But how DoorDash handles this situation is what's gonna make me give you guys a call to action to delete DoorDash off your phones.
Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job and they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why.
How can you appeal without
So my
knowing?
chances of getting my account back, they have my money in that account.
Wow.
I was working. I was literally working.
I'm sending out the link to the stream right now.
This is not.
We're gonna get in there.
This is related.
2 seconds.
They just punished me for posting about my assault while door dashing. They just fired me, and the police are doing nothing.
This is crazy.
I lost my job.
This is crazy.
That was my only way to make money to pay my bills.
I can't express how like upset I am about this. This is so crazy. Gig work in 2025 is literally a necessity. Unemployment rates are through the roof. Egg prices are through the roof. Everything is expensive, and it's a sad thing to say, but most people need some sort of extra income. But you would think that these companies would provide some sort of safety nets surrounding their drivers, surrounding the people that participate in these things, but no. I would at least like to see DoorDash, Uber, or whatever any gig work platform provide people with some sort of body cams or, you know, Insta360 goes that will record stuff. But honestly, it wouldn't even matter if a platform like DoorDash isn't going to respect any sort of footage and do what's right by the people that are actually making the app continue to go round. In an economy like this woman can't afford to lose her job. Like, why did they keep the money? If you were going to do some fucked up, scummy piece of shit like this, at least give the girl her money. But not only did ladies and gentlemen. Oh man. Being on this platform, the one where I have to bring people up, I don't think that I can put the chat on screen, but the chat on screen will be mad clutch right now. I should have did this in StreamYard. Yeah, I don't think I could do the chat on the screen. Yo, welcome back. Welcome back to another live stream. It's been a minute. I feel like I haven't seen people in so long. It's truly been so long. I really haven't seen y'all in so long. I miss y'all. I do miss y'all. I miss y'all. There we go. I miss y'all. Listen, man. Y'all know what I'm gonna say if you watch the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast. If you're new to this and you want to be true to this, make sure that join button, that like button, that subscribe button. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. I've got 2 announcements to do, and then I want us to get into the content. I don't even want us to beat around the bush. I got 2 announcements to get into, and then I want to beat around the bush. I don't want to beat around the bush. I want to get into it. First and foremost, the Sunday live streams, they had a good run. They were fun. Not saying that they're totally finished. For now, pause. I need to do some retooling, reconfiguring, and then we're gonna hit the rest of Q4 hard. But that does mean more content. That's first. Number 2, I put out a poll on the whatchamajig, the community post. I put out a poll in the community post. I asked about, where to put the membership content, and a lot of people voted that it also should go on YouTube. It also should go on YouTube. I do want to shout out one person though. Shouts out to Kranos. Shouts out to Kranos. He said, why not just do both? So what I'm gonna do, especially for the members only content, I don't want y'all to have to go back and forth between the different platforms. I have another platform where I've seen membership content do really well on this platform. People love the fact that you can gift memberships, create the entire community over here to complete the verse or whatever the case may be. We're gonna do both. So we're still gonna have the Patreon set up, still gonna have the Patreon here, and we are going to have the YouTube memberships as well, flowing content through there. A lot of content going to be coming out of this room. It's me, it's a camera, it's a mic, but most people don't know I got space for 2 mics and a camera angle that can hold both of us. Going to be doing some interviews in the room. I don't think y'all know how big this room is. This room is super small, super duper small, but there's going to be a lot of content made in this room. I just want to give you all the opportunity to really get tapped into all of the content. I just want to give you all the opportunity to really get tapped into all the content. With that being said, we got the busy work out of the way. Let's get into the ball. Look. I know why y'all are here. We are here to discuss the video scene around the world at this point. It's finally hit Twitter. Twitter's later than TikTok at this point in 2025. This video of this young woman claiming she got SA'd by her DoorDash driver.
3 days ago, October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my 3rd time posting this because TikTok keeps silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes. So
now, everybody's seen this video. Everybody's got their opinions. What I want to do, shouts out to the Twitch community, shouts out to the YouTube community, shouts out to everybody who's out there. There is a lot of false narratives when it comes to this story. A lot of false narratives when it comes to this story, a lot of disgusting misinformation, disinformation, all that stuff like that. All that stuff like that. My room reminds you of Lab Rats. What does that even mean? I don't even watch Lab Rats. But so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have constructive debates about this specific topic. We're gonna bring people up. We're gonna have them give their opinions. We're gonna have people go against them. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some facts straight. We're going to get a lot of facts straight about this instance. We're going to have a really constructive conversation. I want to hear who you guys think is right, who you guys think is wrong. And I'm going to gamify this whole thing. I know it's nasty. Send the super chats if you want to give your opinion and your opinion to be voiced and expressed, and you don't want to come up, all that stuff like that. Become up. I think the memberships are turned up, but the memberships probably turn off. But we're going to do some polls to see who had a better argument, who's right, who's wrong, all that stuff like that. I do want to give my preliminary things to help everybody out. You know what's interesting about this whole topic, and I'm sending out the link to the studio right now. I'm sending out the link to the studio right now. People hit me and said, yo, Omar, you need to redo that video. You need to talk about that video again. You need to make a change to what you said in that video because you were wrong, because there's new information that's come out and we have all been hoodwinked and bamboozled. You got to correct some of this stuff about her. I went back and I did my digging. I have no problem with giving a correction. I have no problem with doing all these different things. No problem with any of that. And when I did my digging and my due diligence, I saw people chopping her from head to toe. Chopping her from head to toe. I dropped the link on the Twitch side. I dropped the link on the YouTube and Twitch side. Please join up. I saw people chopping her from head to toe. I don't think, does this one show it? Okay. We can go to this video.
That's fucked up.
So we know the video seen around the world. We'll go to the next one.
This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember?
She is not the victim. She is trying to gaslight and manipulate us. You decided to film somebody in their own home. Film that person asleep with their meat out and then post it on the internet. Was that instruction on the DoorDash order? Because all you were instructed to do was drop off the food at the front door. And now you are claiming you were SA'd. Now this is where it gets more worse. Imagine if the roles were reversed and she was a man filming a woman in her house with her roast beef out. And what's more sadder is that her claiming SA, making it literally so much more worse for all the other real SA victims. And when you watch the original video, you can see that she is clearly going in for the most bestest angle possible. She wants to make sure that she gets everything on camera. If she just reported that to DoorDash, that would have been fine, but no, she posted it online for people to see. She literally got Bluetooth SA'd. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Just put the
Yeah, and I think that there's a lot of people who are putting 10 and 5 and 20 on this now, because right now this is the popular thing to do. The easiest thing for me to do would make a video and bash this woman. Want to have some real deal conversation. Got some people backstage. We'll bring them up 1, 2, 3 at a time, whatever the case may be. Don't want to overcrowd the space. Who do I have right here? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you doing now?
Is this Aiden?
Yes.
This is Aiden No Ross. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. I didn't think you was gonna bring me up first, but I just have to say about this whole situation.
Mhm.
Me personally, it's very clear this girl was sex. I think, can I say nigga?
You can say that. Don't say SA the full word. I think that that's what you were about to say. Don't say that.
I think people are holding on to this essay too much. She was as I think she was SH, like sexually like harassed.
You can say
She was
that.
harassed. And I think it's pretty clear. Like you said, all of the research. The only thing that people are saying is apparently, allegedly, there's a deleted video of her saying that the door was cracked, but there is no video. There's no screen recording of this deleted video anywhere. But we have every single other deleted video. When I tell you I could find every other deleted video, but that video is crazy. I found a screenshot of the cracked door, and it's just a cropped image of the video of the dude being naked. Bro, he's literally naked. He's not even naked. He has his shirt and pants down in plain view of the door. I have people saying that, yo, she had to look at an angle to see, bro. If you walk up the stairs and dropping the food off and you look up, the first thing you're seeing is meat. I'm so confused. But niggas on the internet just be weird. That's it. That's
Okay.
it, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me drop you in and bring somebody else up, but just, stick around. Stay close. Stay close. Stay close. You are Dante?
Yeah.
Dante, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Fantastic. What's your thoughts and opinions? Initial thoughts and opinions.
I personally, I was aware. I got aware about it from you, like, because I watch you a lot, and like I just want to say, like, I really enjoy your videos.
Thank you.
And I share a lot of the same ideologies as you. And I went and I did I looked at TikTok, because I'm young, and like that's how I get a lot of my news. And I personally think that I think it's kind of like I don't know how to put it, but it's like kind of like a wishy-washy type, but not in the sense like she shouldn't have like who like no, because the guy hasn't come out and said anything about that, like as far as I know. I don't know if you know anything. I haven't heard anything.
I haven't seen
but
that.
he hasn't come out and said anything, so I don't know if it was in his intention to be indecent when she was gonna drop off the food. But we, like, I don't know if people are supposed to like see the worst or see the best, or like assume the worst or assume the best. But if he really didn't know, if that really wasn't his intention, and he was just like some old drunk nigga that just got tired and fell asleep, then what she did was wrong. But if he, it's kind of hard to explain, but like it's not good on either side, because even if you didn't know, I think that if you're gonna fall asleep, at least put a blanket on, put a cover on, cover yourself up, because you are at least aware of the fact that someone is coming to your house to drop off something, and they shouldn't have to see that. So either way, I think he's not in the right, nor is he. I don't want to say not in the wrong, because who knows if that was the intention. I just think like she was really in the wrong. he shouldn't have really done that. I feel like it could have really been easily avoided, but I do think it's not sexual harassment because what she did, like filming him, I'm pretty sure that's also a crime.
Well, but because, and I just want to pose this, and then we'll keep getting the initial thoughts from other people. Because she did a crime, that means he didn't do a crime. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
but no. I'm sorry. I didn't phrase that properly. I'm saying that like if like I think at least that he didn't do that on purpose, or how could I don't understand. What I didn't understand is why people are saying it's sexual. Like he was unconscious, and maybe it's because I'm too like maybe I don't understand it. But how can someone? I don't get how it's assault because he didn't touch her. I'm I
Well,
at least hope it.
I'll say
I
this.
at least hope it wasn't his intention to do it, but I don't get it.
Yeah, I'll say this. In different states, and we'll go through that too. There's different definitions of SA. There's different definitions of assault. There's different definitions for different criminal acts. We'll go through that. I do want to go through that because that is something that has been plaguing people. But I just want to be clear. You're not somebody who's saying, well, because she did something that is illegal, that negates.
No, absolutely no.
Okay,
No,
that's
no,
fine. That's
absolutely.
fine.
I didn't want to say that. I just think that she could have gone about it a different way.
Okay.
That's all I mean.
All right, let me bring the next person up, Dante. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Stick around.
Have an amazing day. Have an amazing day.
Yeah, stick around. Yeah, appreciate that. Who is this? Printer?
Yo, man.
Printer P. How you doing today?
Chilling, boy. Chilling. I still can't believe we're debating about this. I still can't believe we're doing this, man. We had the Twitter space already.
I can't believe we're doing
we
this.
still arguing about this.
Hey, I was supposed to do it yesterday. I just want to give people the opportunity because I'm getting G-checked, the DMs, the comments. Are you gonna address this?
I mean, I've argued about this with a multitude of people, including around me, but I think the conversation everybody's failing to have is why did this man have his pants down knowing he had a DoorDash order on the way? That's the only question that should be asked. Everything that happened after, if you want to call her over dramatic, that's one thing. But to say that, like,
whoa, Printer, your mic just went crazy for a second. That was the most insane thing in the world. You scared me. Was that me? Wait, was that me? You were good, and then all of a sudden it just went haywire. Okay, we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna come back to you, but that was. Wait. Let me see something. Okay, no, that is you. Hold on. Ooh, that is you. Junior, how you doing?
Yo, I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that Bezos even just texted me. That was crazy, gang. I don't know what that was. Yeah, give us your quick thoughts so we can we just keep going. We're gonna debunk a lot of this stuff. Wow,
I think the only thing you can say is that yes, the guy is potentially weird for, Winnie the Pooh style when you know you have a food order coming. Other than that, I think this woman, she may be mentally ill. I don't know why she wanted to victimize herself, and she's literally made a mountain out of a molehill. And if we're talking about sexual assault, you recorded someone who clearly was unconscious. I think even in the video you see he had like a vape pen. So the way I took it was,
wait, what? Oh wow, you seen a vape pen? That's different.
yeah, like he had something in his mouth. So I'm thinking maybe like he was smoking and he just ended up, conking out on the couch. So then, yeah, that's how I took it. He's unconscious. I think maybe he thought in half an hour, because even in the notes, he said, leave it at the door. I'm going to leave the door slightly open. So then when I hear you, obviously I can come, give you a tip. And then he said,
Wait,
don't.
You seen that? You seen that?
Yeah, that was what's going, on Twitter. It was the video of her. And then in the retweets, it was her initial video where the door is only slightly ajar. And allegedly, she deleted the original video, uploaded it again. And then that's where you see the doors wide open.
Okay, we got the AI. We got you. Okay.
Are you? Well, okay, I'm just going off of what I've seen. But even
go ahead, give your initial.
But even in his instructions, he said, leave out the door. My home
where did you
is
get the instructions from?
On Twitter, from what was going viral.
Wait, from him or from who posted the instructions?
That's what I saw on Twitter. I don't know who posted it, but people were saying this was what his instructions were.
You got AI'd again.
Those aren't real.
No, give your initial, and then we're gonna go through some videos and some stuff like that. We'll have a real conversation about all this stuff. We'll have a real conversation. Keep going.
But yeah, I think she's insanely weird for recording someone who looked unconscious. Obviously, recording his door, so you're releasing his public information, his address, and then even I understand sending it to DoorDash if she believes she was harassed, but then to upload it on your own TikTok account, and then now this guy wakes up 24 hours late, not 24 hours because this was on the 16th of October, but now a week later he's going viral, and now he's being called, a creep, a sexual assault or whatever the case may be. Yeah, I think she just handled it extremely inappropriately.
Okay, we appreciate you, Junior. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. I think I got two more. Let's get two more in here, then we're gonna go back to some of the footage. We'll talk about some of this stuff. Really and I'm serious. Let me be clear before I let who is this lady? Jason? Who is this? This lady?
Hello.
How you doing today?
Hi.
Go ahead. Speak your piece on this? Speak your piece.
Um,
Initial thoughts before we get down the rabbit hole.
Shaq gonna hate me, but these niggas just hate women.
Wait, is this
All they show is
Jackie?
fake.
Lord have mercy.
Jackie, why do you keep changing your name?
One of those is my real name. You'll never know.
Lady?
No.
Oh, so it's Jackie. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But yeah, these niggas just hate women, and they were looking for anything for the man not to be wrong, and it's just simple as that.
That's the initial take.
I know. Yeah.
Jackie, you're 35.
First of all, I'm not 35.
I'm playing. Okay.
I'm 28.
That's also not. That's not true. No, that's not. Okay, let me get to the other people. We'll circle back around. Stick around. Stick around. One more. We got one more in the backstage. Again, if you're in YouTube now, pinned to the top is you can come up on the Talk Studio. We can have real conversations about this. After this last person's initial thoughts, we're gonna go through some of the footage, and really come together as a society and conclude some of these things. Who do I have here with me? Barry? You unmuting your mic, but ain't nothing happening. Barry. Okay, we're gonna move off of Barry. Barry as in Obama. Wow.
Good man.
That's crazy. All right. So I want to go down the line here and talk about what we know, talk about what we don't know, debunk some of the stuff that's been seen, some of the stuff that's been, spread around the world, some of the conversations and context. So first and foremost, I do find it extremely interesting, actually. This is really a talking point. For the longest time, I could not find this video. I could not find the initial videos, the deleted videos, and I could not find the video of her recording. The video of her recording, I could not find that video. I could not find that video at all. Like at all. I could not find it. But now you are able to find that video on TikTok easily. Easy money. It's the most interesting concept. So if TikTok was concerned about this man's safety or the fact that anybody was naked or anything like that, I would think that we would have a hard time finding said video. But nonetheless, let me go to her page. What we know is, or what the story is that there was a young woman. She performs DoorDash. She goes to do one of her dashes, what looks to be McDonald's. Looks to be a chicken nugget meal. 12 count with a large Coca-Cola. That's what it looks like. Probably one of the worst eats you can ever have, but nonetheless. What we know is that this young woman goes to do DoorDash. It was said that to leave the food at the door, drop the food off, go about your way, another DoorDash order. She comes to said house. When she goes to the house, it is a situation in which the door is opened. That's just a blanket statement. The door is open. We're going to get into the details as to how open the door is, but that the door is open. Man is in the house, nude, and she records him in the nude, and then she leaves the premises. She reports it to DoorDash. Once she reports it to DoorDash, waits for a resolution, not in a timely manner, right? And then she puts it on the internet / and this is where I'm a little confused, puts it on the internet / escalates it to the police. After escalating it to the police, she's getting backlash, or she's getting things from TikTok, she's getting things from DoorDash to where she can't post. And people started making videos about the situation. They said, oh, am I wrong on this one? I'm literally just recapping the events. I don't know. How am I wrong? Tell me where I'm wrong on the recapping. So what we have had conversation with after this is that, and this is point number one, door open. There's been a narrative going around that she either pressed the door open, the door was slightly cracked, she went and elbowed the door, she opened the door. The first video on this incident that we have, especially to our knowledge, if somebody can provide a different video, I'm more than able to pull that video up. The first video that we have is it this one? Yeah, this one. All right, cool. Is this specific video right here? Let me share it. Why can't I share it? Come on now. Sorry, y'all. This app. Oh, I see it. I see why. My bad. First video we have is this video right here. This one.
3 days ago, October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my third time posting this because silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes. So if I get one more strike, you guys, I'm just letting you know right now my account is going to be banned. So I'm going to try to word this as chill as possible to avoid getting this video striked. So on October 12th, 2025, the DoorDash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open. Their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door.
This is what she's telling us. This is what the video portrayed as well. It's the fact that on October 12th, got food, requested to be at the front door, drop it off at the front door. Customer was sleeping. Door was wide open. Now, I don't know where people are getting the notion that this door was closed in any way, shape, form, or fashion, and she pushed it open, that it was cracked, or whatever the case may be. I don't know where that's coming from. What I do know is there is a specific photo that I've seen circulate around the internet that is portraying this to be cracked. This specific photo. This is the photo that I've seen run around on the internet, the one that's at the bottom right. The one where there is a straight black line and the words are being cut off in the middle. In no way, shape, form, or fashion should anybody interpret that as the door is cracked. That is not a cracked door. That's I promise you that's not a cracked door. It's a cropped photo. The original photo is the one at the top. I played the video at the beginning of us doing this live stream to show you how it happened, or what she portrayed to happen, or whatever the case may be. So until further notice, I kind of want to put to bed the notion that the door was cracked and that she opened it. I kind of want to put to bed the notion that the door was cracked and she opened it. I also want to put to bed the notion that she went inside the house. There is nothing that anybody has ever said that should make people believe that she went inside the house. We have seen the video. She does not step foot in this house at all. I promise you, I have no clue where that has come from. I just don't. I promise you, I have no clue where that's come from. Let me play this or bring this one up. That's the original one with the door. This man's head is here because these are private parts. Now, what's crazy is he doesn't have to do that anymore. TikTok is allowing this to happen. That's crazy.
That's fucked up.
She's leaving the house. Where are we getting the idea that she went inside this man's house? Where are we getting the idea that... Let me play it. That's it. That's the entire video. That's the video right there. Where are we getting the notion that she went inside this man's house? Does somebody know? Does somebody know about where we're getting the idea that she went inside somebody's house or whatever? Sound real Stevie Knightish right about now. I sound real Stevie Knightish now? What does that even mean? Is that a slur? Sounding Stevie? That's crazy. Take this shit to the police, fam. I'm still kind of waiting for somebody to really give me where it is. We haven't gotten down the line. We haven't gotten down the line yet. So, all right, cool. She didn't enter the house. Let's go back to her initial video where she is talking about the situation, or one of the initial videos where she's talking about the situation.
With their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me. I got this on video, and I'm not even going to be posting the video clip anymore because I'm pretty sure that's what's getting me the strikes. But yeah, I reported it to DoorDash, and DoorDash did ban the customer. And then 2 days later, DoorDash banned me.
So I think what's very important, and I still don't know when she posted the video. I don't know when she posted. Whoa.
Hey guys, so
Sorry. Come back to this one.
DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job, and they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support, and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why, and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why.
Now, this part from DoorDash is wrong, but nonetheless, the only reason why I clicked on this video is to try to see if there's any sort of conversation about, what's even going on or whatever the case may be. What's even funny about the whole AI, and I'm calling it AI because I think using AI as like a slur is funny as fuck. But what's even funny about the whole cropped photo thing and how nasty that's gotten, and some of these imageries that's gotten around about this woman, and this is how nasty the internet is that DoorDash has had to put out a statement. This is DoorDash's official X account. This is DoorDash's official X account. There are AI generated videos spreading misinformation about a sensitive situation online. To be clear, DoorDash had no role in creating them. People are trying to take advantage of a difficult moment for clicks and views. Please be careful of what you see online. I'm not going to lie. Big shout outs to DoorDash. Big shouts out to DoorDash. This dispels a bunch of nonsense right then and there from a lot of people about this situation. I really applaud DoorDash for doing this. And that's not even like that's not me trolling or anything like that. I really do genuinely applaud DoorDash for being like adults in the conversation and being a corporation and saying, yeah, I'm not going to lie. We have the information. She has the information. The person involved also has the information. Whoever, these important parties have the information. We have all the information readily available. But I'm sorry, everything else, there's a lot of misinformation out there. This is what I really want to impress upon people on this entire stream. A lot of people have consumed nonsense when it comes to this. I've been hearing stuff about, I've seen ring camera footage. Somebody provide the ring camera footage. Nobody has seen the ring camera footage. Nobody has seen the ring camera footage. Nobody has seen the ring camera footage. I saw two other videos where she opened the door and saw the guy. Okay, can you provide those videos where she opened the door and saw the guy? Nobody can provide those videos. Surprise, surprise, nobody can provide those videos. I do want to get to the part where she is wrong, in my opinion, where she holds some blame, in my opinion. But what's funny is that people are running with these narratives, and I shouldn't even say funny because it's not funny, haha. It's funny, weird. It's really funny, weird that people are running with these narratives and stuff like that. I'm gonna send out the link again. I do want people to join. I want this to be an open dialogue. I don't want this to be a place and space where I'm just saying these different things. I want you to give pushback, show me what you've seen. We can send some links and all that stuff like that. I see somebody right here say a good point. This is from Smokey. Nope, that's the wrong one. My bad. Whoa. All right, Chad. All right, Chad. This one. Oh, Monkey. His name was Monkey. My fault. Can you provide evidence that she approached the door when it was fully open? Let's be fair in this. I personally cannot provide evidence to say that it was completely open when she got there. Nobody else can provide evidence that the door was cracked or slightly closed. She has this story. I feel like if you intentionally decide to put different things in there to try to paint some sort of narrative, I think that that's kind of weird. If that makes sense, right? I personally can't provide that evidence. I'm only going based off of what she has posted and what she said. What she said is, hey, I walked up, the door was wide open. This is the video of wide open. And so now for certain people, we're saying, and I'm not saying this about you, Monkey, for real. I don't know you. This is other people saying this for real. But now people are saying, in order for us to even believe her, take her seriously, she had to have had been recording from when she pulled up to the door or pulled up to the house, parked the car, got out, keep it recording, open it to say, hey, this is how I approach this. Matter of fact, take it a step back further, because she could have gotten in the car, pulled back around, did the whole swirl. She needed to record her entire interaction while she was door dashing in order for her to be believed. I think that that's a little bit much. I do think that that is a little bit much. I do think that's a little bit much to ask, to be quite honest with you. I don't expect her, a door dasher who does not get paid a lot, to then invest in a GoPro, to then have the GoPro, be running at 24/7. I don't think that's realistic about this situation. I dropped the link down there, please. I want to get some more people up here. Let's take this intermission.
What up?
See, you're on mute. You're on mute. Oh, there you go. No, you were good.
I just muted myself. What's
there
up? You hear me?
How you doing today?
What's up, Omeezy?
C Beezy? Is C Breezy? Is that your name?
Oh, C Bleezy? Yeah, just call me Chris.
Oh, well, shout out to Chris. Chris is in the building. Chris, what do you have to add to this? If I said something wrong that you disagree with, then I would love to, have you interject. Or if you also have something to add, I just want to hear your thoughts and opinions here.
My thoughts and opinions on this. All right. My first thought and opinion is you made your video too early, so you had to side with that video, like, because you never admit you wrong for shit. So you was like, man, now I gotta still stick with her. Second thing, what I think is happening is she crying wolf right now. Like, she's calling SA, but my definition of SA is different from her definition of SA. And two people can be wrong. I feel like she's exploding the situation, crying wolf, saying that she got SA'd when there's actual real victims of SA. And I try to tend to believe in the women first. But from what she's given us, she just seen me in this nigga house. The most I can give you is indecent exposure for that one. Also, the man wrong for just sleeping with his meat out, but we also don't know what he was doing. He might be a freak, he might not be a freak. But in my perspective, she overly dragging this. She doing too much with it. Not saying that she can't be mad or have a place or a space to get this off, but I feel like she's taking places and spaces for people that really go through wickeder shit. Like if that was, I'm not gonna lie, some people I know see a nigga with the meat out in his house. You just seen him with his meat out in his house. I feel like that's not really super duper crazy.
But that there's a couple of things that I want to combat in what you said. But first, let me read this super chat. Shouts out to Gamerboy242. Gamerboy242 says two things can be true. Yeah, the dude weird for having the door open while naked, but the chick was wrong for recording him and posting it, then saying DoorDash was covering up SA. I appreciate that, Gamerboy. We'll get into some of that when we address this. So I want to start off by saying I feel like I don't have a personal problem with admitting that I'm wrong or retracting things or whatever the case.
Got him.
Okay. I can acknowledge that that probably I wouldn't classify that as SA. What that really matters is not too important, to be quite honest with you. Because everybody has different definitions of SA. You can acknowledge that because you just said your definition, so you'd have to acknowledge that other people have definitions. 1, 2.
I'm also acknowledging I could be wrong in this situation as well.
There we go. That's what I was going to bring up. Do you also acknowledge that different states have different guidelines between SA, sexual harassment, indecent exposure, flash? Do you acknowledge that?
Yeah, if it's her, and if her state, that's what SA is, then fuck it. She just won big money or something. She can get this nigga for all he got.
Okay.
But my definition, well, I'm going off my definition. I guess that's where I go wrong in this.
And you know what's crazy? That's where I want to go with her in the SA conversation. Do I believe that she misspoke? Sure. Do I believe societally we use words interchangeably? Yes. Can she be corrected? Absolutely. Should she be corrected? For sure. I don't think that that's this moment for us to be grandstanding and high horsing by saying, hey, you this is taken away from real SA, because we don't, it's society, we don't really respect real SA victims. Like we don't do anything for real SA victims. We don't champion
That's
stuff.
facts.
So I
learned about that myself.
So even without that being said, she used SA. She should have used another word. Fine. She still got indecently exposed, which a lot of states can fall underneath harassment. She still got sexually harassed. This is a form of sexual violence.
And that, like, I guess that's where I'm messed up in the head, I guess. Because, you know, everybody goes through shit in their life. I see that in my personal view, like, that's nothing too crazy. Like, I've seen naked people before. I'm Dominican. I went to the DR. Somebody I landed. This was like 3 years ago. Somebody in the fucking street was naked. Straight up naked. Ass out, dick out. I wouldn't say I was SA in that situation.
I mean, you'd probably say that you were subjected to somebody naked, which would be like harassment. This is sexual abuse in the 3rd degree. You would say that that's probably like some form of harassment. This person, especially in the situation where you are invited to this person's house, you'd probably say,
Yeah, that's
go ahead.
That's also facts. No, you keep going. I was just yapping.
Yeah, so that's what I would. I mean, this is where, like, if you got your personal feelings about that, that's fine. I probably wouldn't take into consideration like some personal feelings too much into this, because that's where we could be wrong. And it's fine to do research, it's fine to do these things. If you feel like, hey, I wouldn't trip out if I saw somebody's meat, okay, that's fine, that's you. That doesn't mean that it's okay to see somebody's meat. He was drunk. I mean, something could have happened. Okay, that's fine. He was high, he was drunk, he passed out. That doesn't mean that it's okay for him to lay spread eagle with the door open. That's not okay.
I think you cooking with this take too, but I also think I'm also cooking with this take. Because look, in a perfect world, we would want to like never have any problems like this. Like nobody should see no naked people like without them their consent and stuff. But then again, we're not in a perfect world, so you're gonna have to be exposed to things like this. Not saying that this is good, but I'm also saying like sometimes you got to deal.
Oh wow. Okay.
But both of these, I think my perspective and your perspective are also like both fine. But I see where you're coming from, and that's the world we should try to like strive for. But if we,
Deal.
but like in the world that we are in now, you just got to be like, you got to thug some shit out because it really could be worse.
All right, C Bleezy. I will let
See, Bleezy, no,
yeah, we'll let chat decide. Thank you. I appreciate you.
no, I got you. All right, big dog.
Chat, tell us how you feel about that take. Tell us how you feel about that take right there. This is who am I speaking to? Mayomi? I can't. It's far. Hello? Hello? All right, we'll move on to the next person. I think Barry is ready to speak. Barry, how you doing?
Yo, my mic finally working.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How you doing? It's a real thought-provoking topic. I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, I feel like outside of her getting her account, you feel me, deactivated, I don't think she was, you feel me, wronged in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, she was in a fuck situation, but all she had to do was deliver the food and go home. I don't even know why she posted the video to begin with. All she had to do was report the DoorDash, continue with her life. Feel me? Outside of her getting her account deactivated, I don't think that should have happened. That's fucked. But I don't think dude was just chilling with his meat. I don't even think he knew she was there. Had it been me, I wouldn't even go to the door. You feel me? But you know, people got to get that bag. I don't think she's in the wrong because she shouldn't have seen that dude with me. That's crazy. But posting it to TikTok saying she was sexually assaulted, what was she hoping to gain from that? I don't. She dropped off the food. She got her money. I don't. She didn't get touched. She didn't even step foot in the house. She didn't get yelled at, looked at, catcalled. I don't understand her thought process behind posting it to TikTok.
So let me ask you this. So you remember the guy last year who ended his life because he was going through drive-throughs and he was like
being whatever.
Yeah,
I do. Yeah.
So you remember the video that went viral? Did you see what happened afterwards with the other people in the area at different drive-throughs reporting that they seen that guy, they know that guy, he's been through their drive-through?
Oh my, serial beater, insane.
Serial.
No, I haven't seen that. No.
So essentially what had happened was when he was driving around, he did this to multiple gas stations. Finally, somebody posted it. It went viral. Other people could identify, hey, we've seen that guy before. And seeing that car in the future, they were able to be prepared for when he came around or if he came around or say something to him at the drive-thru.
It was, yeah.
Say what?
No. I couldn't remember, but it's coming back now. It's coming back.
So, and again, different feelings and opinions. Posting on the internet is a lot. It is a lot. I do think there's a certain generation that is indoctrinated to believe that like social media justice is justice.
Okay.
But do you not feel as though there's a realm in which somebody could have saw that house, saw that TikTok, saw that house, and is also a DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub driver, and said to themselves, hold on now, that's the serial beater's house.
You making a compelling argument, but let me counter to that.
Go ahead.
If that's something as a active DoorDash, I'm not a DoorDash or Uber driver, but putting myself in their shoes, if I know that there's a certain individual, you feel me, and other people have to interact with this certain individual who's known for this certain disgusting weird ass act, I feel like he should be reported at the very least. Let his name be known, his face out there. I think this weird ass nigga. Oh, my fault. Can I say that word? My fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think this weird ass nigga, you feel me? He was definitely on some freaky shit that night, but I don't think that her blowing this shit up to where she got her account deactivated. Now she got no more motion. I just feel like she didn't need to make it a public.
She still has a TikTok.
Huh?
She still
Oh,
has
for real? I didn't know she was making money off that. I'm not. You feel me? This is all unemployment news to me. I just feel
I'm
like
saying
because she was crashing out so hard, I feel like DoorDash was her only.
Her DoorDash account.
Yeah. Her DoorDash account got deactivated. That was her way of paying her bills. Now she has no more money.
I mean, she
I feel like
relative. There's probably other ways for her to get money. I get what you're saying, and not really, but I get what you're saying. She shouldn't have blown it up to the point where she got her DoorDash account taken away. She should have waited for DoorDash to do their investigation.
I just don't think this shit is sexual assault, man. I feel like she was just harassed. I feel like she was just in a weird fucked situation. And she don't deserve her shit to get deactivated, but she don't deserve to be painting bro as a sexual predator. You feel me?
So that's fine. You
don't know the full situation.
He didn't SA her. You acknowledge that she got sexually harassed. That's not okay either, right? Though.
Of course not. What? Nah. None of this shit is okay. But what's not okay is feel me. It's trying to force yourself to be a victim.
Is she not a victim?
That's all I'm saying. I don't think
you just wait. You can't do this. And this is the battles that I've been having for the past couple of days. You just said she was sexually harassed, and then you say she can't force herself to be a victim. You just said she was sexually
a victim
harassed.
of sexual assault. She's saying she's a victim of sexual assault. Sexual assault and sexual harassment are two different things.
She used the word.
She's not saying she's a victim of sexual harassment. She's saying she's a victim of sexual assault.
Then you need to say if you're gonna make that claim and die on that hill, I think it will be better for you, since we're just word policing at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be better for you to say she can't go around painting herself as a victim of SA. She should be painting herself as a victim of sexual assault. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
Now, mind you, with that being said, there's still different definitions of sexual assault, and we should probably get into those definitions. But nonetheless, she didn't get SA'd, comma. She did get SH'd, should be your full sentence, if that's the way that you want to approach this.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay, let me move on to the next one. Appreciate you, Barry.
All right, man. Yeah, appreciate you, man.
I'm gonna bring up. I saw somebody named Kirsten.
Yeah, it's me, man. How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm at work, and I've been hearing this topic, and I guess I want to give my full take on it. Right? I can't fully give a full take because I don't feel like all facts have been presented to the case, but a decent amount of evidence for her case has been presented, which I don't fully, which I majority agree with. Way I see it is like believe women in I'm not facts and groups, and she presented her facts that holds capable in any like court of law and all that noise, right? I'm more so in the case like she probably shouldn't have tried to publicly put him online, I would say, right? Because that puts you in a bad light in a sense, right? Like more so just report it online in a sense, just yourself, not the person who is the, I guess, the predator in this case, right?
Right.
And other than now in the case of like I wish I had more facts to it, and she should never have lost her account altogether, because that's how that woman makes money. As a former like pizza delivery driver, I can tell you, gig work is it's dangerous work, dog. Like, prime example, I remember I was delivering pizza. I'm right. I was back in my younger days. This happens, no cap.
You breaking up.
What? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. We hear you now.
Like, prime example of gig work being as dangerous as it comes. I was the pizza delivery guy at one point. Um, I drove up to deliver a pizza, and guy meets me outside. To point out who ordered the pizza. Walk up to the car. It wasn't a setup, but dude immediately reaches in his car for a Glock, sticking me up for shoebox money.
Okay.
That ass, no cap. And so he robbed me for shoebox money. And the craziest shit, I said this, that I couldn't believe the dude after he robbed me. Guess what this motherfucker says? He says,
What?
and I quote, he says, as I said, hey yo, man, damn, man, can we just like talk this out or whatnot? You got the money and all that. He tells me, right, dude, just get a better job, bro. Just get a better job.
Oh my gosh.
And he can say, dead ass. Like, I still can't believe this shit. And mind you, I had to meet him testify in court about this dude pretty much assaulting me, pretty much gun to my head for basically like foot locker shoebox money. And I thought of literally like making an ass of myself in court and saying guess what, man, I got a better job, and like you're gonna be dropping the soap for your job, but
Oh my.
that's better, but but I'll be just like that guy, right? So the point being is like we should indeed listen to women and also believe the facts. And since she presented the facts to this for her facts, we have to. My question is: did she immediately? Do you ever have information? Did she immediately call report to police?
So from my understanding, and this is just this is where I definitely could be having it wrong. This portion I have right. She left. She reported it to DoorDash. She claimed that a certain amount of time went by and she did
That's
not
where she
get.
messed up. Never report to your worker. Always
Oh,
for that
no.
incident, for that degree, immediately report to
And
report to
that's fair.
police.
That's fair. I can take the hindsight criticism. She definitely should have went to the police and stuff like that. That's fine. The
Hmm.
next portion is I don't know if she did TikTok first, then the police station, or the police station first, then TikTok. But it happened in some sort of order after that. But it wasn't immediately. It wasn't like I report DoorDash. I'm sitting in the car, report DoorDash, sit to TikTok, then go to the police station. That's not how it happened.
That and it's and really like you should like social media should be the if you've been victimized, social media should be the farthest thing you want to go to because one, it's not it's not literally what going to hold up in court. One, two, and off the rip, but it can hold up in court to a degree, but it's not immediately what you go to if you've been. It reminds me of like when that girl who reported she got hit with a brick by a guy in the club or whatnot, and she immediately gone on social media to report. You're supposed to immediately call proper authorities, right? And going to social media just for anything other than just what I guess private business is just a waste of time.
I can agree
You
with
would much rather have the case report number before you have views and response numbers and try to point shame that you're assaulted because it literally just doesn't go anywhere.
I can agree with that. Now there's a conversation to see why like a certain demographic or age group specifically believes that social media is the way. But that's another conversation. There's some more people coming in through the back, and I
Most
want
definitely.
to
Take care.
yeah, appreciate you. I do want to present this. Yugi said something in the chat, and Yugi's been chatting. I've been seeing some of the chats. I can't read this far, but I'm seeing some of the stuff in the chat. Yugi said, disgusting 100%, weird AF 100%, but a crime, nah. There was another message that Yugi also sent that said, hey, this isn't SA, this isn't even SH, sexual harassment. This is public indecency. Is public indecency not a crime? I'll meet you where you are. This is public indecency. You're absolutely right. Is public indecency a crime? Survey says yes, public indecency is a crime. Public indecency is a crime. So if you can even acknowledge like her biggest crime or the fault that you have with her is that she used the wrong vocabulary. I think that again, Speak it plain, move on. She said, hey, hold on. She said, and we can get into that too. She said, hey, this is not she said this is SA. Whether you deem it as SH or public indecency, you can acknowledge that it's a crime. Should she have gone to the internet? No, I don't agree with going to the internet, specifically in the time frame that she went to the internet. I understand what's it called? I do understand why she and others of that generation decide to go to the internet. That doesn't necessarily make that's not the move that I personally would make in this situation. Let me see what else we got back here. Anthony, how you doing today? Again, it's at the top of the link is at the top for everybody to come up if you want to come up and debate this. Go ahead, Anthony. Yeah, we cannot hear you at all. Still can't hear you, Anthony.
Hello?
Okay, now we can hear you.
All right. So I think my biggest thing with this situation so far is like, I guess like what people deem to be the most important like aspect of the conversation. Like, I don't know why like semantics as to whether she got assaulted or harassed or whatever definition people want to use is like the main thing that people want to talk about. Personally, I feel like it literally doesn't matter. You leave the door open, pants down. That's assault. That's a crime of some sort. I don't know. I understand why she went to the internet. It's not like typically we can trust, or I feel like it's not like hard to see the distrust in like institutions, whether it be the police, the corporations, or anything like that, to get some form of justice. We see situations like that all the time where you go to the right people, and then things just get pushed back. Y'all talked about it yesterday on the pod about the situation with Twitch and the original consequence of somebody walking up and literally like actively assaulting someone was to them just get their Twitch banned, like their Twitch account banned for 30 days until, you know, they fought for more. So I feel like literally that's the least important aspect of this conversation. I don't see like there's so many ways that people have like made things up to make her the bad guy in this like in this situation. But like as a person, like if you take your pants off, keep the shirt on, take your pants off, and are laid down like spread eagle on the couch with the door wide open, it's not hard to infer that this was a thing done on purpose. Even if you want to say you're sleeping, even if you're drunk, that's still like I don't. It's not a great leap to go to say that that's like a thing you did on purpose. If he had done this, let's just say not with this instance on a random day with the DoorDasher, but on Halloween, for instance, and there are kids walking around, still the same situation. Nothing else changes. It's just now the victim's different. Would this be the response if somebody were to film them and post it online? So I don't know. The situation's weird to me.
One, I appreciate you, Anthony, for coming up. Two, are you currently at Georgia State? What was that?
Yeah, I'm enrolled. Like, I'm doing like the perimeter campus, and then after this semester, I'll be on the main campus. So,
what are you going for?
I'm doing accounting. I'm probably gonna switch to finance. It's just right now, like with the associate in the business management. So I'll figure out specifically what I want after that. But you know.
Okay, W Panther, from one Panther to another type shit. Okay, I feel it. It's a Panther household. Appreciate you, Anthony. Appreciate you. Let me say this because I'm seeing some things, and again, I know I see the disagreeers. I don't want to call them out by name, just yet. But Mr. Killer Christopher 2, how can you be charged with for public indecency inside your own home? I'm glad you asked that. And all these things are Googleable. I'm not making these up. I'll just go off of the AI overview for the time being. We can dive deeper into it if we need to. Yes, you can be charged with public indecency in your own home if your actions are visible to the public, such as from a window that can be seen from a street or neighboring property. The key is whether the act occurs in a location that is considered public, but because it is observable by others, even if it is inside your residence. I can't open my window right here. I have a window behind this setup. I can't open up my window and stand naked. I can't do that. You cannot. That's not okay. Yes, you can face indecent exposures even if you commit one of the aforementioned acts in your home. This is Georgia, is it not? Yeah, Georgia. This is in Georgia. This is in Georgia. Right? So that happens. You can do these things right here. These things. I see this one say intentionally. I want to address that too. That was also one of the conversations. Intent. Somebody said again, intent still matters. So one of the questions is, can you, if you are naked and falling asleep or whatever, is that intentionality? Granted, we can't prove intentionality. She didn't go up to the man and say, "Hey, is it intentional or whatever the case may be that you did these things or whatever the case may be." That's a great point. I'm gonna go to another Gemini. Or is it Gemini? I don't think this is Gemini. Whatever Google's thinking. Fall asleep naked with the window open, public indecency. Sleeping naked with the window open could lead to public indecency charges if someone from the outside can clearly see you, depending on local laws and the degree of visibility. While you were inside your private home, the key factor is whether or not your nudity is intentional or unintentionally exposed to the public through uncovered window. Intent to be seen is often a primary concern in these cases. So there's some gray matter in there. There's some perceived gray matter in there. But what's to be known is that he is in plain view naked. Plain view naked. And can be seen. If I'm not mistaken, and I want to look this up, most people don't know this. There was a time when Joe Budden was walking. He got hit with a charge because he was sleepwalking naked. He was sleepwalking naked. That was interesting. Yugi follows up in the chat. People in the chat, you can't get public indecency in your house. Oh, he's talking. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go to Ja. Is Ja?
Yo.
Are you watching basketball right now?
Nah, I was watching football.
Okay.
Nah,
yeah, go ahead.
Nah, me personally, I think that they're both wrong. I think that she's just as wrong as him for posting that video. But also, I also don't think that it's assault. I think it is a form of harassment because he did expose himself to her, whether, intentionally or unintentionally, he still exposed himself. But I do think that she's just as wrong as him for posting that video.
Okay. I mean, I can't disagree with that if that's where you want to give the criticism. I don't really have any pushback. As long as you're not, if you have the facts, if you've consumed all this stuff and you've come to this conclusion, I'm fine with that.
Now, yeah, I've seen a little bit, but I think I've seen some like fake like news. Like I was reading like a Twitter thread of it, and they said that somebody said that he uploaded the Ring camera footage and said that he pushed open the door. I don't know how true that is, I can't. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, but based on the facts at hand, they're completely both in the wrong in this case. And I think that people's ignoring the fact that two people can be wrong in a situation instead of just one, And in this situation, it's two wrongs.
Okay.
But I came to the stream like late. What was your take on the situation?
So, and I haven't given my full take yet, so I can share it. Um, I think words do have meanings, but the fact that people are getting caught up on these words having meaning is so bled to me. Sexual harassment, public indecency, all these things are an act of sexual violence. Something happened to this woman. I think it's nasty to take the intent cope, the whole concept of, well, you know, we don't know if he was knocked out or not. Even, and I'm about to address Mark's comment about you can't see it from outside the house. He ordered DoorDash.
Yeah.
He ordered food with the intent of this person coming to his house. Fell asleep in a position in which he knew was visible 100%.
Yeah.
There's no way to not acknowledge this, like where he's sitting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So whether he got drunk, even if you want to give the he got drunk, he got high, he was in a position in which he was exposed. How she then handles it afterwards, 50-50 on. I know people aren't gonna like that. Going to the app, going to the police, cool. Now the reality is that she wasn't gonna get any justice regardless. Like, I'm being so serious. DoorDash would have banned his app. He would have went to Uber Eats or created a new account, kept doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
The police already told her they couldn't do nothing for her. Like, she said that in the video. We can't do nothing for her. Her going online is something that the newer generation does. And again, 50-50 on it. Going online doesn't bring you any sort of like immediate justice. It really
Yeah, but I don't think the fact of her going online was the problem. I just think that the video is the issue.
Well, but then I would say her going online does serve the purpose of awareness. And I think that that's what she, well, I'm not going to say what she is, because I don't know this specific portion, but this is what people can become aware based off of her video. Just no different than last year when the dude was going through the drive-thrus and gooning, and people around the area were like, oh yeah, we've seen that car before. Okay, now we can stay on alert for these things.
Yeah, true.
Social media is powerful. I don't know why people, not saying that's not you, but people act as if social media doesn't play a big role in life right now.
Yeah, it does. You're right about that.
I appreciate you, Josh.
All right, no problem. I'm about to go watch your brother on playback.
Okay. I want to address Mark's thing. And again, people can't see him from the outside. Because the woman was using a camera that could zoom on him, regular people walking past his house wouldn't be able to see him. I'll tell you what, I don't know the angles of the house, because I know, especially in my house growing up, I had a small house. As some of the people call it, a shotgun house. Walking on the sidewalk, you could see inside the house. You could, if you were angled in certain directions on the side. I'm being so serious, on the sidewalk of my childhood house. And this is a house that had a walk up, and it had a porch, and it had a screen door. But because of the way that certain things were angled, you could see in this little front doorway, you could see in the living room, you could see the back wall, and if you came to the angle, you could see like a little bit of a side pathway to see my like mom's room or whatever the case may be. But you couldn't see my mom's room, but you could see like the pathway leading that way. You had a lot of visibility. You do have a lot of visibility. I'm not gonna put that in that situation though, because we can't say that for sure. He invited her to come to a distance in which she could see in the house. Full stop. Full stop. He invited her to come to a distance. And the invitation was with the drop off at the door. So we're not even making the case that like, yo, little Tommy across the street could see in the house. We're making the case that this woman that he invited to his doorstep in clear shot saw. That's what we're saying. That's all anybody is saying in that situation. That's a great counterpoint, though. I did see one more. Maybe not. I don't know. I want to go to some of these other names. EG. Haven't heard from EG. EG, how you doing today?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
The only, for me, like at the end of the day, I believe that everyone kind of got what they deserved. I would have. It would have been cool if he would have been. What's up?
What did he get?
Well, he got deactivated and stuff like that. But I understand the whole thing about like I understand the whole point of him. Like, it would have been, if it was assault, if he would have been like, if in that state, it would have been okay for him to get charged. Like, that would have been even like better. But unfortunately, that didn't get. She
Let me
got.
let me ask you a
She got
question.
what.
Let me ask you a question. You're saying he got what he deserved, meaning you believe he did something wrong. Do you?
I believe that. Let's just say, even if it wasn't like, let's just say if it was a mistake, something still happened to him
That's fair.
compared
That's
to
fair.
nothing happened to him.
I just want to
That's
follow
what
up.
I meant.
I just want to follow up with something though. How many emails do you have personally?
Say again.
How many emails do you have?
I have 2.
You have 2 emails. If one of your accounts gets deactivated from DoorDash, you know you can just use the other email.
Yeah, and what does that have to do with anything? If I can ask.
So you believe that, and I'm just asking, you believe that him getting that one account deactivated, although he can start another account, you believe that that's what he deserved?
What basically what I'm just saying is that what the worst that could have happened to him is what happened. Is
Okay.
with everything going on, you know? Like, if the police had been, if she had called the police and they would have arrested him, it would have, like, okay, that happened. You know, I wouldn't be like, oh, like, that's not what should have happened. If that's what happened, that's the worst that could have happened, unfortunately. You know, and the worst that happened with her was her getting deactivated because of what she did. Like, of course, she's not getting in trouble for taking the video and sending it to DoorDash, but she is getting in trouble for putting the whole video out there. And the only thing I see kind of weird about the video is that, one thing I was asking myself, because like I kind of like studied like in college I did some criminal justice class, so then there's something about intent and stuff like that. Like, was was that the whole video, or was there more before? Because from what I see in the angle, it starts right where when she's putting it down. So in what I was thinking, like, was she recording before? Was there more to the video that could have revealed more information and stuff like that? So I kind of see the video, like, if that's all there is, because I think the video is like 11 seconds and stuff. So from what I see is like, did she first see him and then start recording, or was she recording before, a little bit before, like, to show more? And if there is that video, like to post, like, if it was a longer version of the video, it would have helped the case a little bit more. It would have, and it would make things a little bit more clear for everyone. Or you
Yeah.
don't think that would help?
Well, I mean, if people need that much information, I that's okay. I would ask, the reason why, let me say this, the reason why, and again, not saying that everybody should be lumped into one thing, but I exist on the internet quite heavily. There's so many videos about like people publicly gooning and people, touching themselves in public in similar fashions. Videos of dudes touching themselves at concerts, just free and clear, just touching themselves on trains and CVS's and stuff like that. So like, this is really just a possibility, like a strong possibility, that this situation, which is so obtuse, like this is a if somebody told you this without any video evidence, you'd be like, okay, that's just obtuse rubber goose. Like that just is wild. I think it would be, I guess, cool for people to have more video, but somebody's gonna ask for more video. You understand what I'm saying? I went through this when we first got in here. Somebody would have asked, okay, well, what can we see her walking up the driveway? Then somebody would have asked, well, how do we know she didn't see it was kind of open, pushed the door open, got back in her car, went down the block, drove back up, and we need to see that video. We need to see her pulling up to the house. And then somebody could have said the same thing, just a little bit back further, to the point where we're asking, which can be a thing. I think it'd be a little crazy, but it can be a thing. Hey, dashers just need to have dash cams and body cams on when they do their dashing.
Well, the reason why I bring that up is because it helps. Of course, there's going to be people that are going to go exaggerating, like you're saying, that you need to go from the whole thing, from like the beginning of the DoorDash. But I would just say, does she record regularly and stuff like that, or like that kind of helps, like with intention with the video? Because, like, for example, she could have like blurred more stuff out. She could have not said his name and stuff like that, and that would help her case more, and that would have not lost her account. So that's where I'm kind of coming from with the video, because of course there's going to be people, they're going to want more, they're going to want the moon and the stars, but we can't give it to them. But at least if like, that's kind of like the question that I was having, if there was more video, and probably that way, the people that are saying, oh, she opened the door, it would have helped clear, some of those allegations and stuff like that. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that in a better world, that would have been better. And that's kind of why I asked, because like, it's kind of a weird moment to start recording, because you have one hand with your phone and one hand with bringing the food, and then, so are you telling me that she pressed record as soon as she brought it down, or was she looking down, or was she looking up when it started? So that's kind of what I was wondering
Yeah.
about, and it's kind of
none of that footage exists. It doesn't exist.
Yeah,
We just have what we
unfortunately,
have. Yeah, we just have what we have. So you just gotta go from what you got.
No, yeah, but I think for me, like, maybe I misspoke in the beginning, but I kind of, unfortunately, that's the most you can do to anyone. She unfortunately made a mistake. Unfortunately, we're not going to know that if he did it on purpose or not. But that's just, he got deactivated, and I understand that in a perfect world, more could have been done. But unfortunately, with the law, if that's how you want, if that's the way you see it in that state, that's not enough. In another place, he could have been arrested.
Okay, we appreciate you.
Okay, no problem. Big fan. Love your work.
Thank you. Just want to remind people, we are doing YouTube memberships this week. I wanna bring this comment up. Slew Hustle says, I have a CJ degree. Not gonna dispute it, but I have a criminal justice degree. From what I know, the man being in the comfort of his own home, she went in his house. She never went in his house without direction or his consent. The fact that she did those things on tape recording him in, and she has another one. I just wanted to say she never went inside the house. She did not go inside the house. Just want to put that out there. She did not go in the house. I really want to get some people, I know the comment section is doing their due. I want to get some people that are like, yo, I disagree with this. Like, I want some vehemently disagreeers. Is this Ventura Fields? Man, I'm too far away from the thing. That says, oh yeah, Ventura Fields. How you doing today? Hello? All right, we're gonna move on. Couple more. We only got a couple more.
Oh shit. What's good, bro?
How you doing today?
What's going on, man? I'm good. How you been today?
I'm fantastic.
Man, so all around in this situation, I want to first start off by saying I appreciate you for what you do on the internet. All in all, in this situation, I feel like him ordering food and then leaving his door open with his dick out is the worst part in this whole entire situation. I don't blame her for her reaction, because it's a wild situation. If you walk up and see somebody's dick out, it's a traumatic situation. Excuse my French. But if you are put in such a situation, your reaction is going to be like, yo, what the fuck should I do? Oh my God. Her recording is matching his playing field of it being such a weird situation. The validity of it, as far as like legality wise, yeah, you recording into his house and being in the privacy of his own home. This isn't a situation of indecent exposure. This ain't goonicide. He's not in public. He's in the privacy of his own house.
That's not how that works.
What you mean? And you can't do indecent exposure? You can be in your house and indecently expose yourself?
Yes.
Oh shit. When I looked it up, maybe in Arizona, they say that it has to be in public.
So you can, but if your door is open and this is public view, let me ask you this: are you at your home, or where are you at right now?
Yeah, touch it from my house.
You have a window.
Hell yeah, right here.
Okay. What does that window lead out to?
The public.
The public. So if you opened your window, do you think you can be butt naked?
Hell no. And I think that is the fault. You shouldn't be doing that. He's in the wrong. But I'm saying charge wise.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. That will fall under indecent exposure.
Okay. Well, appreciate you correcting that. I didn't know. I feel like when it comes to her recording into his house and DoorDash deleting her stuff, that is them trying to ensure that they don't get any legal trouble for having someone on their side that is doing DoorDash and representing them recording into his house. I think that's ultimately a problem. So them dropping her is fucked up. But at the same time, it makes sense. It's like, what else are they to do? They're a business. They got to look out for their dollars. They got to look out for money. So that's why they probably did that, and they got her up out of here. I think all in all, it's a weird situation. People coming out and trying to argue her instead of understanding that she was placed in a traumatic situation and being like, hey, we get that you could have did this and you could have did that, but this is a woman being put in a situation where she's not sexually assaulted, but she's harassed. And her initial reaction is to record it, because if she didn't record it, maybe nobody would believe her. And even with video proof of a weird nigga having his door wide open with his dick out, people are looking to argue with her.
Still,
They still trying to argue.
Crazy, gang? Ain't that?
They like, yo, this shit is weird. And that just goes into niggas don't want to believe women, and they don't want to understand that they are in situations like this.
Lord have mercy.
This nigga's weird, bro.
You know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy? Because clout has people be more believed or not believed. Let me ask you this, and because I don't think I don't want to say it's a woman. There's certain levels to these things. Intersectionality exists, all that stuff like that. You think if Rihanna, let's just say like truly, legitimately Rihanna, she was DoorDash. You think that people would believe her?
Of course, it's Rihanna.
Without video, right?
It's Rihanna.
You think of a traditionally bad, I'm trying to think, Ash Cash, even though Ash Cash has some fame. I'm talking about somebody that looks like Ash Cash. Exactly how you just made that. You think if Ash Cash came to the internet and said that situation happened, what do you think people's perception would be?
They're gonna be like, oh yeah, fuck this nigga. He's weird. He knew she was coming. They knew what's up.
Yeah. Some people would be like, yeah, I would have did it too if I saw Ash Cash picture.
Indeed. And it's like, yo, it's odd.
Yes, it's real odd. I do want to also pull this up real quick. Mr. Killer Christopher 2 says, Omizi, a lawyer would tell you a porch is a part of the home. You don't want to, that I wouldn't use this as an argument. Because and maybe you're on my same side here. If he invited her to place it on the door, knowing that she would have to go on the porch in order to place it at the door, that would be an invitation to the home. Based off of what you're saying, that would be an invitation to the home. So therefore, she would have the right to go within the door and record him saying that he is naked.
Simple.
So I wouldn't use that. I just wouldn't use that. Anything else before I go into the next person?
Hey man, I think not believe all women, because I have put in the comment sections that folks need to stop being so aggressive towards women when they come out and say that something weird happened to them. Understanding both sides of this situation doesn't fucking matter. This man had his dick out and he had food on the way. He told her to leave it on the door, and what happened. She was put in an odd situation. I think it was odd for her to react the way that she did, but again, it's a traumatic situation, bro. Yeah, that's all I got to say. I'm gonna go back and read these comments and see what people is talking about, though.
All right.
Lord have mercy.
Appreciate you. Let's do two more. I want to do some names I ain't never seen before. This is a creative queen. Is that what this is?
It's a creative queer.
Oh, a creative queer. I didn't see the name got cut off. How you doing, creative?
Yeah, what's up? Hi. I'm good. I watch your channel all the time, so happy to be here.
Hey, thank you.
So I just kind of want to say it like this, because I've been seeing a lot of the comments, I've been seeing a lot of the stuff, and I don't think a lot of the guys even understand that this actual niche of sexual assault is like an actual thing, and mostly in like the gay community. Like if you ever seen like any of the Twitter or the OnlyFans, you'll see a lot of like videos of guys like opening the door naked for like their DoorDash driver or for their like YouTube thing. It's like a kink, it's like a fetish, right? Of these kind of like a perverted fetish. So, I mean, all it takes is a quick Google search to see that. Now, where the company failed the driver is they have a partnership. Now, she has every right to come back and sue them because they have a partnership. She's not an employee of DoorDash. DoorDash is just literally a vessel that they use to do the deliveries, and they have a partnership. So the partner is supposed to provide a safe environment for them, and anything that happens within that while she's working on that, they are responsible for. So to deactivate her for filming somebody for actual evidence, regardless of whether the guy is on his porch or in the house or whatever it is, it's sexual assault to flash yourself to someone, to indecently expose yourself, especially someone who was coming to the house. It's not like he didn't know that she was coming. It's not like he didn't know the situation. I just think it's kind of wild to me about how many folks are just like, oh, but you know, she's wrong, or they're both wrong. It's like, what would you have done if you went up to somebody's house and they opened the door butt naked? Would you have just been like, oh, bro, I'm good, or what? Like,
yeah, they're saying that they would have just seen the penis and kept it pushing.
Yeah, and I mean that's their prerogative, but we also can't get down on other people who see the penis and decided like, hey, this is out of line. Because in that fetishy perverted thing, that's a part of what the guy was hoping for. He gets off on that exposing himself to people. I guarantee you that was his thing. It's a whole niche on like social on like within this community of that type of perverted thing. So like, I mean, it's cool that some people don't understand that, but I knew exactly what it was when I saw it. It's the same thing of like, uh, you see it in the Ubers, you see it in a Lyft. It's a whole section of dudes exposing themselves to like Lyft and Uber drivers or vice versa. It's not like why are we acting like dudes ain't perverted? I just don't understand that. Like we acting like dudes ain't like disgusting. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, if we didn't go through, and I've pointed it out on different occasions, but like some of the other commentary channels, like Cameron, have put out videos about this specific niche that you're talking about. It's even one of those niches that the corn stars play into. Miss B Nasty, Yana, some of these other corn stars. I don't know these people by name or anything like that, but I'm just saying. But some of them play into this, the whole concept of I open the door to deliver a pizza and there's a naked woman there and I come in and they play into it. So I don't understand why people don't feel as if these things aren't possible. I wanted to share Cameron's video.
What's crazier?
Cameron, public gooners must be stopped. This is the video
Yes.
about the man who is literally at a stadium, if I'm not mistaken, like a concert, and he's touching himself. He's touching himself. There are other situations where
This is huge especially amongst the men on men community. Like it's like that's why I wanted to get on here and bring like a different perspective, especially someone who's a part of the community and understands how it works. Like this goes on in bathrooms, this goes on in parks, this goes on in everywhere. So I mean, just because people don't really understand it's like beyond porn and like the OF stuff is real. Like this stuff really be going down in public, and it's like one of those things that if you don't know about it, then you don't see it. But I just thought I'd bring that perspective of like, yo, like what a dude was sweet, what a dude was whatever. I just think that like, first of all, exposing yourself is public decency. It's called sexual assault for a reason. It doesn't necessarily need to include rape or anything like that. Just exposing yourself, and depending on what the state laws are, public indecency can be also considered sexual assault if somebody wants to press charges. So I just think it was just kind of messed up for DoorDash to deactivate her account. For the last dude who was saying, well, they had to protect themselves, they're a business. That doesn't make sense to me because it's like, I'm a partner of your business, I'm a contractor with your business. We have an agreement that you will provide a safe working environment for me and I will provide the service. So they have responsibility to vet their people, they have responsibility to take action. I guarantee you the person that deactivated her account will probably end up getting fired. And I guarantee you that she has a lawsuit and she will probably get paid and it will settle out of court because just based on the parameters of what's supposed to be provided for contracted workers. This is why you see all these people having those sexual SA cases against Lyft and Uber, because Lyft and Uber are responsible to provide a safe environment while the contractor is providing the service. And that's kind of like all I wanted to say. I mean, any attorney can tell you that, you order some food and you know that someone's coming and you decide to open that door naked, then it's a conscious decision, right? It takes 2 seconds to throw something on. It takes 2 seconds to make yourself decent. I believe that was a conscious decision.
Okay. I appreciate that perspective. Thank you.
Just for having me on. Have a good one.
I see Snow Puppy, and I'm about to close this out. People do not listen to the people, do not listen to these content creators. Fair. There are several lawyers who have discussed this and why the DoorDash driver, I'm assuming, has opened herself up to possibly be sued and have criminal charges against her. Now, this is from the perspective of posting these things online. Again, I think we can acknowledge in this situation, especially based off of the way that laws are set up and stuff like that, she is susceptible to be brought up on charges and stuff like that. There's conversations about that in X, Y, and Z. I do want to say I would love to see the ones that you're talking about where people are saying that, you know, I don't want to say that she did some, you know, essentially, I want to see what you're talking about, Snow Puppy, that says that he didn't do anything wrong. And I'm not even saying that you're saying he did something wrong, because as I read it now, you're not saying that he did something wrong. I have one more video that I want to watch. I just Googled it. I literally just Googled it. I want to, not Googled it, YouTubed it. I want to watch this video. If you find something before I get to finish watching this, then we can play that. I have no problem with playing that. Let's bring this video up.
It's done. This is a man's world. I'm the victim.
And get 15% off your first.
This is this is from Criminal Motives. I don't know anything about Criminal Motives. It says legal breakdown and true crime analysis. Hosted by therapist Matt Pfeiffer. The therapist. You know, maybe this therapist has a little bit more legal stuff going on. I'm saying wait until the investigation is done. Fair. I wonder if I can get I might be able to call a lawyer real quick.
Month of therapy.
Assault while door dashing. They just fired me, and the police are doing nothing. I lost my job, and that was my only way to make money to pay my bills.
Okay, welcome back. So this was one of many videos that she uploaded that had gone viral. So because of this video and several others, a lot of people started to cancel DoorDash. They were getting rid of their subscriptions. They were making noise in DoorDash's comment section. But there were a lot of people who saw the original video. And a lot of people who saw the original video didn't feel like this escalated to the point of sexual assault. A lot of people feel like this was just a man who was possibly drunk, passed out.
Oh, hold on. Hello?
Hey, kid.
Ma'am, how are you doing today?
Good. You have a minute? Because I only have a minute.
Okay. Listen, I'm live. Can you answer a question?
What's up? What do you got?
Okay, have you seen the viral DoorDash SA victim video?
Not yet.
Okay. I can still try to formulate a question around this. So the premise is that she was doing DoorDash. She dropped the food off at his doorstep. He had his door wide open. He was laying on the couch with his pants down, exposing himself.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Now, people are asking, for everyone who doesn't know, this is AV to the 7th power. Say hello to AV. Hey.
How are y'all doing?
People want to know, is it based off of what you know? I know you just heard me give this quick recap. Is there anything illegal with what he did?
Okay, couple things, right? When you have a house, that is your house, right? If you have the door wide open, you're inviting everybody to see inside. Are you still the owner of the house? Whatever's happening inside of the house, you can see it. Now, when it comes to law enforcement, obviously they need to have a warrant to come inside of the house. But if people can see illegal activity happening in the house, they can report it. At the end of the day, if you got the windows open, I feel like we're doing an act episode.
Well.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're doing an act episode. But I feel like I'm doing a, what is that dude's name? Whack 100. Like,
Yeah.
Join. But at the end of the day, DoorDash is important because anybody that works for DoorDash, they're technically a contractor or an employee, some type of employee for DoorDash. If you're dropping some food off at the door and somebody got their door kicked in and, they just there doing some wild shit, I mean, I do think that you can sue for what's going on in there. You're just dropping off the food. But at the same time, do you drop off the food? Because you guys all know they do it. They'll leave it on the lawn. They'll leave it in the driveway. They'll leave it in some places. But the person that saw what was happening, that's crazy. This person's in their house. There are some legal things where it comes to you being able to have privacy in your home.
Mm-hmm.
So with this situation, this actually is bordering the privacy line.
Oh, wow.
Because technically, whatever the hell you're doing inside, even if it's debauchery, why you got your door open?
Yeah.
When you do that, that's voyeur. Like, now people can see what you're doing, and that's. You could argue that you're causing a public nuisance by doing something like that.
Let me quick follow up, and you should make a TikTok on this, fro, because this is going crazy. Let's say that this person
Y'all
had
just hit me up. I feel like I'm on ads right now. What we doing? Let's keep it a buck. Let's do it.
the if the person is, let's say he's narcoleptic, or let's say he got drunk and passed out on the couch. Does that matter in this conversation, or is it still wrong?
Because they have defenses. They could use defenses in situations like this where they're just like, oh, I sleepwalk, or I have mental issues, or whatever. They can use that, meaning that they don't have the mental capacity to do what they were doing at the time.
Okay.
But we all know that it's like, Ninja, if you literally got your door open when somebody's dropping off food, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Right? Because you have to know. But I don't know. Maybe he's on meds. Maybe he's on drugs. Maybe he's on hallucinogens. But the issue with this situation is probably why it's going viral from a legal standpoint is when you're in your house, you have privacy. Even if people can see inside of your house.
Yeah.
Which sounds sick. But the other issue is if you're inviting business to come to your house, meaning DoorDash to drop off food, and you're being weird and you're being gross, where's the line?
Yeah.
What do we do for DoorDash employees that have to deal with bullshit? Because they do deal with bullshit. We see it.
Yeah.
They deal with bullshit. Where's the line? So it is a double-edged sword. He has the privacy laws on his side. He could argue a defense of being mentally incapacitated or having issues with not being in his right mind and doing that. Likely in situations like this is 100% what people argue. But it's still not cool for the worker that is just doing their job every day. If they're doing 4 or 5 orders and they drop it off, they go to an apartment, it's cool. They go to a house, it's cool. They drop the food off, it's cool. But then you go to somebody's house where they got the door kicked in and you see this. This is not cool. So DoorDash as a company has to respond to how they're going to protect their employees. So these situations like this, although they become viral, it does set the precedent for when it happens. What do we do as a company to protect our employees, but also how do we protect our employees from wild-ass people? But wild-ass people, should you be ordering from DoorDash? Should you have a pedophile score? I don't know. Should you have some type of, like, they score us, like, for rides and all of that. But should you have a score for being wild?
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope that answers the question.
It answered it. I think you should do a little TikTok to recap it because it is doing stuff, but we could talk about that later. Let me hop off live. Thank you, AV.
Anytime, my friend. Y'all have a good one.
All right, bye. Ladies and gentlemen, AV to the 7th power.
He's on fire!
And I promise you that's where I'm gonna conclude it. I know somebody saw me wipe the sweat off my forehead. This is my legal friend. Not legal advice though. Dang, I forgot what I was gonna do. Oh, just want to wrap it up for real. I think that a lot of the situation and conversation is like super nasty with what's going on. Specifically. I know that people have their opinions, feelings on the matter. People, give their perspectives on the case and all that stuff like that. Gotta always bring it back to this. What people are doing with the AI is crazy. The AI stuff is to the point where DoorDash has even seen some of the AI stuff and has had to speak out against it. This is crazy. This right here is crazy. Full stop, 1,000%. AI generated stuff to try to push a narrative is crazy. Didn't if you've seen the other video about the Department of Defense doing that stuff, of Homeland Security or whatever, doing that stuff with AI, that stuff is crazy. That's a different conversation for a different day. I want to shout out to AV to the 7th power again for coming, speaking with her voice. I think I'm potentially going to leave this up, but if not, the membership platform will probably be launched tonight. I ain't going to lie. It's not going to take me too hard. I just got to and set it up. Appreciate everybody for showing up and showing out. Tomorrow we are live on the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast, going again. And I got a very, 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 I wish I could set the premiere, but very, very special video coming out in the next 10 minutes. So you get more Omeezy. 10 minutes. Oh, can we see the AI videos? Oh, I don't have the AI videos. I'm sorry. I see what you're saying. That was them. Got a video coming out in 10 minutes. Everybody tap into the AI videos and stuff not the AI videos. Tap into the video.